Good evening, my fellow Americans. We now stand 10 years past the midpoint of a century that has witnessed 4 major wars among great nations. Until the latest of our world conflicts, the United States had no armaments industry. American makers of plowshares could, with time and as required, make swords as well. But we can no longer risk emergency improvisation of national defense. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger.
This is my final call to all of you to help. It's not just for me, though. I'm working with some amazing distinguished colleagues. Astronaut Dr. Edgar Mitchell, Dr. Scott Jones, Aerospace Executive Abe Krieger, Commander Will Miller, and the former Minister of Defense of Canada, the Honorable Paul Hellyer, and with so many of you who have made contact with me. But now we really need your help. We've got this one moment in time when we can actually call for a ban on all space-based weapons and get a treaty signed that will do the job. We're ready to travel to 9 world leaders. This treaty is done. You can get more information from peaceandspace.com, but we have this shorter website set up now that's called peace-treaty.com. This is a short version for those of you who can just get a quick viewpoint of what it is that we're doing. And the basic understanding is clear. To ban all space-based weapons means we can actually achieve world peace in 2012. We don't have to wait for years. This is the time to set the new platform, and we've got it made. It's in the treaty. We have a chance now to transform the entire war industry into a space industry and other industries without weapons in space. We have a chance now to get all of the technology of the space age and the information applied directly to solving the problems of human needs, the environment, and new energy. We only have one chance at doing this before weapons are placed in space. But whether you believe they're in space or not, whether you believe the cosmos cultures are evil aliens or not, really doesn't matter. What matters is that we have one moment in time when we can get a ban on all space-based weapons, and that's what this is about. It's a call to you to help us. All we need is the funding for our tickets, the transportation, the hotel rooms, food, and taxis to get to the 9 world leaders, and we'll go. We're ready to go on this journey. It's the last card. It's the last call. Please, will you donate and help us get on this trip? We're not calling for extra money. We have documentarians who are volunteering their time and services to put a film together that will show you the whole journey. We're going to make that whole thing public. I know that there are 9 world leaders who will sign this treaty. We're told by people at the United Nations that more than half the countries will sign on right away. And this will become world law with just the 9 world leader signatories. This is the first treaty that's ever acknowledged the indigenous cultures and the cosmos cultures, and it will do the job. We can have peace on this garden planet. We just have to transform that old consciousness, and this is going to raise it. Imagine the celebration. So please help us. This is my call. This is our call. This is all of us participating in this together for peace on Earth and in space. We can do this now.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I sussed when I was 16 and 12 way down the line, but I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time, but now I can put it into that sentence that I think we're being run by maniacs for maniacal ends, you know.